Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the short-term bullish as well as short-term bearish scenarios for Bitcoin. Not too much happened. The Thursday low was taken out after the last video from yesterday. That might shift probability slightly towards the white count, but they both have to be considered, as you know. So if we, things could shift a little bit here and there because we are on very, very small time frames. Needless to say that the larger structures, the larger time frames have not changed at all, and they won't until the price breaks below 50,700. We're not even close, and I also don't really have a setup which would send the price down to that level. That doesn't mean it couldn't happen, but it means there is just at the moment no likely pathway from what I can see right now that would take the price to that 50% FIB level. However, as you know, this target zone can still be reached and could provide an opportunity to maybe accumulate a little lower for anybody who wants to. But yeah, overall not much happened. We are moving sideways. Yeah, if you watched the video like around the 15th of March and you came back today, then literally nothing happened other than a little bit of noise. Okay, just up and down movement in a price range. We have the short-term bullish count in which obviously this wave 4 bottomed here in an ABC structure, talked about that. This here could represent a 1-2 setup. However, in this scenario, it would be ideal, or it would have been ideal, to hold the Thursday low, which was marked at 62,760. I mentioned to you, if that level is taken out, the yellow count will definitely be challenged, even though we are still holding the orange micro support area for that yellow count. But the microstructure would get very, very ambiguous. From here, still though, a third wave could start, but the price would need to prove that, the market would need to prove that, especially by breaking above 65,300, the last high, to indicate that the bulls are at least trying to take control. That would be the first step. Then we need to see a break above 66,400. I think now the bulls have to prove it because that low was taken out, indicating the bears are a little bit stronger. The bulls just couldn't use that support area as jump off point yet. So that's still possible. However, the lower we go, the higher the probability that the white count is really leading. And in the white scenario, we are dealing with a larger WXY structure. Shouldn't be a surprise. We talked about that one. And then have here an AB in wave Y, and this could be the C wave down. In this scenario, if the C wave down is unfolding, I mean, it's possible that we already completed waves 1 and 2. I'm still thinking it could definitely do a surprise move to the upside in a still unfolding wave 2 as a flat correction, but then it would have to be a running or an expanded flat with an overshooting B wave. This here would be the B wave of the wave 2. Just not highly likely until we see a setup for the C wave, because whenever that low is taken out, I mean, it can always happen. It would be like that, yeah. But until we see a small 1-2 setup in the C wave, and we are on very small time frames anyway, I just want to mention this is still something to consider. But even in that scenario, the resistance area should remain intact. And then if we now follow through to the downside, the next FIB levels are already on the chart, and it should take us to around about 57,500 to 55,960, this C wave to the downside. If really, but I don't really, I mean, it's possible this is the 1-2 setup. I just don't fully believe it yet. Be ready for surprises still, yeah? Because first of all, the smaller time frame movements, they tend to shift, change, a lot of bot trading there, intraday volatility, whatever. The move up here that happened from the Thursday low, that was actually a 5-wave move. So it could be an A wave of a wave 2, but that's just, yeah. For now, I count the wave 2 as completed, but need to see further evidence that wave 3 is really unfolding, which it would give us if we get a break below 61,200. And if the wave 3 to the downside is already unfolding, then we're looking normally for the 1.236 or 1.38 extensions. Yeah, and that would take us first of all into this region, around 59,200 to 59,800, maybe a little lower. And then the wave 5, yeah, might send us to 57.5K, 58K maybe. So it's that region here. that the price might then trigger. But overall, not too much happened, just slow price action. I think it looks to me as if it's going to be a slow Saturday. Maybe tomorrow we'll get a little bit of action, but yeah, today we might not see a lot of movement. So that's all I can say really at the moment about Bitcoin. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.